topic number 74, multidimensional array in C language. So let's move forward. So in the previous video we have talked about the single dimensional array. Now it's the time to talk about the multidimensional array. So because it is the types of the array, therefore types of an array we will discuss first. Okay, so we have studied that types of array has been classified into two categories. That was single dimensional array, that I have talked you in the previous video, that we have learned about the single dimensional array in the previous video. Now it's the time to talk about the multi-dimensional array and how we will use it and how we can initialize our multi-dimensional array in C language. So let's look at it. Multi-dimensional array. So two-dimensional array, that is a multi-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array is a part of the multi-dimensional array, and it stores or holds the data into multiple rows and columns. And we know about the row and we know about the columns. What is the row and what is the column? So row is the horizontal line of a table and column is the vertical line of a table. Okay. So in this thing, that is an array, we will be considering about the two-dimensional array. Okay. And therefore it is the part of multi-dimensional array. As we have seen and we have studied the single dimensional array, that there was only a single rows and column. Okay, but here a multiple rows and column, therefore it is known as the two-dimensional array. So in other words, you can say that if there are a number of the rows called m and the number of columns called n, then the two-dimensional array stores m into n data. And that is so clear because the number of row is m and the number of a column is n. So total data is going to be stored is the multiplication of rows and columns, that is m into n. Okay. Also, the most important thing is that two-dimensional array uses two subscript or index variable to access each element of an array. Okay, and that is so important point. In single dimensional array, we deal with only one index variable. But here in two-dimensional array, we will deal with two subscript or index variable to access each element of an array. So let's look at. This is the syntax. Here you need to specify the data type that you were using. It might be character, it might be integer, it might be float value, it might be double value. So this is the data type you need to initialize. After initialization of the data type, you need to initialize the variable name here. And here you can see this is the two subscript or the indexing value that I am using. Okay, so this is the two subscript. Here the row size is going to be stored, and we have told you that this is going to store only integer value and not any other kinds of data type like float, doubles. Okay, so here you need to store only integer value. What here you can choose your data type that you wanted to give for this array. Okay, so here you need to specify the row size that you wanted to, okay, that you wanted to fill it here so that it keeps going for the row size and it keeps going for the column size. Okay, so this is the proper way and we can say the syntax of a two-dimensional array. Here you need to initialize the row size and here you need to initialize the column size. So it is the syntax of a two-dimensional array. Now move forward for the example that I am showing you an example that I have a variable now which is storing 4 in the row size and 10 in the column size. So actually what it means? So actually it means that we are creating 4 rows and 10 columns. 4 rows and 10 columns. And row is going to be indexed from 0 to 3 and column is going to be indexed from 0 to 9. And that is clear. So this is the way we can initialize the two-dimensional array. And this array is going to hold only integer data type. Okay. So this is the way that we can initialize the two-dimensional array. Now let's look at that what is going onto the RAM when we declare it. So here you will see that when we have declared our two-dimensional array, then RAM is going to look like this. It is going to allocate you this area. Okay. It is going to create a table in the RAM. So what is going to be that row is going to be created. 4 row has been created and 10 column is going to be created. It means so this is the two-dimensional array which is creating 4 rows and 10 columns. So you can count also. This is the row 1, row 2, row 3 and row number 4. Okay, and count the column. We have told you that horizontal line of a table is row and vertical line of the table is column. So column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6, column 7, column 8, column 9 and column 10. So this is the 10 column. Actually its index is starting from 0. Therefore it will goes from 0 to 9. And we have studied that the array is going to start its index from 0. Therefore it's going to be start from 0 and goes up to 3. So this is how we can initialize and create a two-dimensional array in a C language. So this was all about the two-dimensional array. So thanks for watching. Dhanyavad.